shows you that very clear before that it was the least attractive thumbnail I've ever posted on YouTube, but it's all good because this is my skin au natural. So why not do some makeup together, answer some questions. Hopefully some of you pop on YouTube Live. Still getting used to, want to come on here more, but it's early in the morning when I'm doing my makeup. So probably not the most ideal time to be doing a YouTube Live. Should I come back another time? Or are some of you popping on? Hey, I'm going to do some makeup, my everyday makeup, answer some questions while I'm drinking a little bit more caffeine. This is my caffeine boost. Do you ever notice the more caffeine you drink, the more caffeine you need? Hi, so good to see you. So I was really in a good place where I just had 1 scoop of Energize every morning as my caffeine. And then this weekend, I went to Legoland with my kids, needed much more caffeine, and now I'm on like day 3 trying to like cater down my caffeine, but it's hard. Once you drink caffeine, you depend on it, you rely on it, and you feel like you need it. So this is a energizing yogi, their tangerine positive energy tea that's so delicious but has caffeine. I'm trying to drink it before 9 a.m. in, of course, the 5/8 glass. So I'm also getting 16 ounces more of hydration for the morning, so it's all good. Bonjour, Sophie. Oh my gosh, you have so much fun. I try to have a lot of fun with life. My husband takes life way too seriously, and thank God I come from generations of family members who've had really, really hard, painful lives, Holocaust survivors, and so forth, and always used humor as a coping mechanism. So I tell my husband, he's like, why are you laughing? Why are you taking this so seriously? I'm like, it's a coping mechanism. I try to find humor. I don't, you can have a coping mechanism being angry all the time, and I try to find humor in almost everything. And I just think it lightens up hard conversations when appropriate. Sometimes it's not appropriate to be humorous at all. And I totally get that. And that comes with maturity, understanding that more. But honestly, going the humor route rather than the breakdown and be anxious route really works for me, especially to help balance my husband's energy. I actually think I used to be more anxious and stressed and uptight when I was living in New York and born and raised in New York, but I have to keep it lighthearted. Hi, Chris from Michigan. Hi, Devious from Florida. Hi, Lisa. I laugh and avoid crying more. Well, honestly, a good cry feels amazing. Like when you have a good cry, it's great. It's almost like I don't have the opportunity for a good cry. Do you watch Succession? It's really boring lately, but there was an episode of Succession where Shiv, the daughter, schedules her grief and like literally puts into her calendar time to cry. And I thought that was so cute. Devious, thank you for saying I look so good. Right now, I just used this. This is a magic makeup formula. My friends are always texting me, why does your skin look so flawless on your Instagram? What's your magic? And it's really this. This combination in particular, I don't work for the company or get anything back for promoting them, but Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter mixed with the G Beauty, G-E-E, Prime Skin. It just works. It is like that glow skin you just want, meaning that I'm probably going to have to redo my thumbnail after this YouTube live of me applying the makeup because it's pretty gross what I look like in that before image. What's going on, guys? What are questions do you have? I need to get some of this for yourself, honestly. When it comes to makeup, this is my best recommendation. I listen to, beauty people talk about reviewing new stuff. Once you have something good, I have zero interest in rocking the boat. I don't think I will ever use a different product. I know Chanel comes out with great foundations and I'm sure they're amazing, but it's taken me a long time to find this combo. So it's thin, but it's like a veil of clear, beautiful skin that's not thick. And that's important. Good morning, Raising. Ciaros. Lisa, do you have any advice for somebody with very little appetite? It's hard to finish even a smoothie. I struggle to lose weight because I can't eat enough on top of all the other issues. Lisa, I will say that a healthy appetite is actually a sign of health. Not having an appetite at all is actually a sign that something might be wrong. So I'm going to recommend you actually see a doctor and mention the fact that you have a low appetite. Because I know a lot of us on here struggle with having a too big of an appetite. But to be honest, having a healthy appetite is actually a sign of health. And like when you get really sick and you have no appetite, that's usually a sign that your body is fighting off something or something might be going on. So if having a low appetite is new to you, I would definitely recommend seeing a doctor. Make sure everything is clear and okay. And I hope it is. Yes, Em, I love you. Hi from Sweden. Wow, cool. Hi from Sweden. I will tell you, like I said, once I have good makeup, I don't like to rock the boat. I do like to, have some new things here and there. So this is the Laura Mercier pressed powder that's kind of like tried and true. But I actually tried this new thing, Westmore Beauty. This is much more like less intense. It's just very thin. It's not as intense of a setting powder. And I think it's just, I don't know, just not as heavy. I don't know. I'm not that old to need such an intense setting powder. I think this lightness is actually all I need. I haven't really even been using my tried and true one for a long time. Maybe I'll use a little bit, but I don't know. It does help brighten, but I don't know how intense of a setting powder you really need. Setting spray, on the other hand, is my best friend. Yes, a cookbook would be awesome. Guys, I just spilled this everywhere. I have the most amazing cookbook coming out. It's staying here. I'm not talking about it much because I just don't know when it's going to be ready. But this is really exciting because I haven't said this publicly at all. I've only told this to, honestly, even my best friend, not even my circle of good friends. So you're hearing it first. I finally submitted my cookbook manuscript to my publisher. It was such a climactic moment, between my husband and I, because he knows I've been stressing over this and he's been helping me. But then it's funny because then I went out to dinner with friends and I don't even think I brought it up, but it's a big deal. It's a very, very, very big deal. So thank you so much for your support. It's really exciting. The food photography is going to make you drool. I'm so grateful that the food photographer for my upcoming cookbook is actually a follower. She found me. She reached out to me. She's like, hey, I'm a food stylist. I'd love to work with you. And she's lost weight while photographing the cookbook recipes. So I have to find a way to share her story within the cookbook because I think that's really cool. Lisa, yay, I'm so glad you're saying you can't wait for it. It's going to be epic and amazing. I just don't know when it's coming out. So I'm not promoting it like anytime soon just because the goal was fall. But if it's, I don't know. God only knows when it's going to be out. Because now it's in the publisher's hands. Luckily, all my work is done. Okay, Chris is saying, I'm hypothyroid. I'm 56. I was diagnosed at 31. Please share. Do you track your steps? Do you run? Do you do weight training? Wanting to ask your routine. Okay, thank you so much for asking because my fitness routine is not where I want it right now. So I'm going to be so honest. I have 3 children and I work very full time and I love to be lean and I actually really like working out for my mental health and I like to do it first thing in the morning and I like it to be challenging and I like it to give me this riveting, unstoppable energy that makes me take over my day and feel incredible and I actually enjoy it. And I didn't always enjoy it. And I'm the first one to say that exercise is not fun when you're very overweight. When I was 100 pounds heavier, I hated exercise. It was uncomfortable. It was intimidating. And I did not enjoy it. But over time, along my weight loss journey, I find it easier to be full disclosure. Personally speaking, I think it's much easier to lose weight when you aren't carrying as much weight. So if you are carrying a lot of weight, I would focus on healthily losing it, attaining a healthy weight with food only, using the 2B Mindset program, my nutrition and weight loss program. Focus on food and water first, veggies most. You follow my 2B Mindset weight loss principles. It works. And food is everything, exercise is extra credit with the program. So if you walk and you want to do a workout program, amazing, but you really can lose, like I did, 75 pounds without really working out at all. Maybe walking 3 miles a day if you want, maybe doing some crunches or toning, but not making yourself crazy with the fitness at all. Okay, so let me just start with that. Then once I was down about 75 pounds, even then, honestly, I've pretty much only worked out more in maintenance mode to maintain my weight. Along my weight loss journey, I really kept it walking, yoga, some weights here and there, maybe some boxing classes here and there, maybe some spinning classes here and there, but never so intense. Because again, focus on getting the scale down, focus on healthily learning how to have a healthy relationship with food in my body and get to a place where I can even see the gains, because I can't really see what's going on when you're carrying a lot of weight. This was in my personal experience. I'm not saying this is for everyone. So then in the last few years, to maintain my weight and just kind of take my body and my fitness to the next level, I've been enjoying working out. And I was in a really good place, super ripped, super tight, toned, feeling amazing, going to this 7:30 a.m. workout class. This is so personal. I'm just going to share everything. And I was going to this 7:30 a.m. sculpt class, and it was really intense, and I looked great and I felt great. But the caveat, the compromise was, as a mother of 3, I wasn't driving my kids to school. And I would basically have a babysitter or my husband take the kids to school, and I wanted to go to the 7:30 class and then get to work by 9. So I was like, peace out, kids, love you, have a great day. Not that abruptly, like I would see them a little bit, help them with breakfast, but then I wasn't taking them to school. I realized my daughter and son really benefit from having me in the car taking them to school in the morning. I love my children. This was a big sacrifice. I try to use the word compromise instead of sacrifice because there's compromises in everything in life, but this really is like a big sacrifice. The last 4 months, in order to help my kids better acclimate to the school day, it's been really helpful for me to be driving them to school and focus on good energy and talking to them and preparing them for the day. I love it. I cherish it. I enjoy it. But what did this do to my workout class? It made it impossible to go to. So I had to start waking up earlier and finding a class that would be open at 6:30. And I love Beachbody. I love at-home workouts. It's not a reality for me because I don't have a big house. I live in a very, very small house. Not very small, but it's 1,900 square feet shared with 5 of us. There's no workout room. There's no designated room. There's no room that I could work out in that wouldn't wake up someone in my family at that hour. So I have to get out. And the only class that's 6:30 a.m. near me is a yoga studio. And it's not power yoga because I can get ripped doing power yoga. It's like intermediate slow yoga and it stinks. And it's so boring. And I go every single day. And I'm going because it's good for my mental health just to get out. But like, I'm so bored. My body is so soft and I'm really ready for school to be over so I can go back to working out intensely. So that's where I am. My body has maintained the same weight because I know how to control my weight and stay at the same weight and maintain a healthy weight with food only. So I always say food is everything, exercise is extra credit. Right now I'm maintaining my healthy weight range with food and nutrition alone, but I really miss having muscle. I really, really, really do. So I usually dread school being over because it's great. My kids are in school, but honestly, June 14th is the last day of my kids' school. June 14th is day 1 of Mission Alana Get Ripped. Get strong, go back to intense workout classes that make me feel amazing. I miss it so much. I could cry, but I'm not going to cry because it starts June 14th. Honestly, when I work out like harder and I take on that challenge, it's better for my mental health. So doing these soft yoga classes, it's nice, it's calming, it's relaxing, but I don't really need more of that energy. I kind of want like, you can overtake a challenge, you can do so much, like prove yourself how strong you are. I love that energy first thing in the morning. I like the balance. And right now I don't have that balance at all. So that is my fitness story. Right now, again, I'm really happy. I'm staying the same weight, but like I'm soft. I'm just soft. And when I'm soft, you actually see my skin more. So when I fill my body up with muscle, I actually don't feel like I have a lot of excess skin for my weight loss. But when I'm soft and I don't have a lot of muscle, like I'm in these poses and I'm just soft. So soft. So that's that. Okay, so does it really matter? Saying same. My daughter says the school bus is too loud and she does much better in school with a quiet drive in the car. You're a great mom for sacrificing your gym time. I love you, and so are you. It's not easy. Being a mom definitely takes compromises, some sacrifices, but it's so much better for my kids. So it's something that, like, it's not even something I could try to get out of. So it doesn't really matter saying try Pilates. I love it. Pilates is great. I love Pilates. Right now I have only one, there's only one class near me. So it's working, but I can't wait. And then I also really try to get a walk in every day because the class is so unintense. And honestly, having muscle is just so important because muscle prevents injury. Muscle keeps your bones strong. Muscle keeps your metabolism up. So I need more muscle. Donna's saying, what causes the scale to yo-yo one day down, next day up? It's so frustrating. I also love veggies, but they can block me. Any good detox recipes? Such a good question. I'm going to answer now. Okay. Why might the scale fluctuate? Why does it go up sometimes and down sometimes and up sometimes and down sometimes, even when you think your food is the same? So many reasons. I just went through this with my To Be Mindset exclusive group. If you want to be part of my weekly calls where I really answer your nutrition questions and your weight loss questions, definitely join that group. You get it with a body subscription. I have the link, I think, in my bio. But that's great because then you submit questions and I answer them every week on a cadence, and you get a Zoom call and you get to watch the recorded videos, and it's awesome. But I'll tell you what I told them yesterday because we were on this subject of why does the scale fluctuate? It's so annoying. So many reasons. One, hormones. So if you're about to get your period, right before your period, estrogen and progesterone drop. So when those two hormones drop, fluid retention goes up. So when you just have go up 2 to 3 pounds before your period, speaking to women here, who are menstruating, obviously not everyone, but that is one reason. Another reason is cortisol. Cortisol is our stress hormone. We have a big spike in cortisol when we work out really intensely, actually. That's one thing. If you put like an immense amount of stress on your body, that could raise cortisol. Also, not sleeping enough can raise cortisol, and just being super stressed and kind of not allowing yourself to calm down and staying in an anxious state. Your cortisol is up. When the cortisol hormone is up, it could also lead to fluid retention. So you have that. Another reason, by the way, why the scale might spike up is lack of muscle, gaining weight. So that's possible. Gaining muscle can also cause the scale to go up, but usually not as big of a spike. But if you do a big weightlifting thing, not only is cortisol up that may retain water, but your muscles tend to swell. So that also can happen. There are so many reasons. Having too much salt, eating too late at night, not drinking enough water, being backed up, being constipated, so many reasons, which is why I'm a big fan of the scale. I go on every single morning. I've gone on the scale every single morning for over a decade. Even with pregnancies, I could be pregnant, not pregnant, it doesn't matter. I have a really healthy relationship with the scale. I look at it as just a number and accountability. It doesn't have any emotional thing. Sometimes it's emotional because it spikes up and I'm like, that's annoying. Like today, but I learn from it. I understand it. I go into problem solving mode. I realized that yesterday I had so much protein and not as many veggies. I always say veggies most. Yesterday was veggies some, protein most. I had so much protein yesterday. When I tell you so much protein, I'm talking I had like 2.5 cups of Greek yogurt, not 3/4 of a cup, 2.5 cups, like a wild amount of Greek yogurt because I love my Wonder Whips. If you don't know those recipes, you got to get them. So much of that. I had Beachbody Recover, which is the protein supplement. I had 2 chicken thighs and I had a peach bar. So yesterday I had like over 100 grams of protein, easy, and I did not have enough vegetables at all. So completely unbalanced. I totally know why I went up 0.8 today. And that just made me be like, I need more veggies. I actually left that yoga class. It was so extra boring today because it wasn't even my regular teacher. It was a substitute teacher. So my yoga class went from medium to like really slow and geriatric and boring today. And I've been doing yoga for 10 years. So I was just, it wasn't calming me down. It was actually making me more irritable. So I rolled up my mat and I went to the grocery store and I got more broccoli and salad kits and all the things because that's what I do. When the scale goes up, I just kind of go into like autocorrect mode, question mode, curious mode. And so I hope that helps. Kristen's asking a really great, Megan's saying she made her garage a half a gym. That's freaking awesome. Kristen is saying, how do you activate the stop brain and get the discipline? So by the way, first things first, what did that mean? First things first, set an intention for discipline. So again, I'm going to the sleepy yoga class for anyone who's been listening. And every morning they're like, set your intention for the day. And they're always like, set an intention for kindness and for love. And that's very sweet, but I have a lot of self-love, feel good in my body. I set this intention for like, I need to be more disciplined. I need to be more disciplined. I need to make sure I'm not just drinking my water, I'm tracking my water. My water is on time. If I bite it, I write it, I drink it, I ink it, I nibble it, I scribble it. You know all my 2B Mindset weight loss principles. If you don't, get the program, watch the program, do the program, live the program, and follow it. And so I have to remind myself, like, you know what, Alana, set an intention to be more disciplined with the program. When I need to get more disciplined, I just follow the 2B Mindset principles more. Some people are like, I follow the 2B Mindset principles and I only lost 1 pound this week. Shouldn't I have lost 2 pounds this week? There's a sleepy way to do the program. There's a dialed up way to do the program. So I do it every single day. I'm not necessarily doing it at full force. So sometimes I have to remind myself, do it at full force. Which includes a decent amount of water. When I say decent, I mean a lot of water. More water, more weight loss. I say it all the time. This is the 5-8-16 glass, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know it and you want to lose more weight or you just want to get healthier. The reason why I created this glass is because tracking your ounces of water makes a massive difference in your health journey. So this isn't just for weight loss. This is for appetite management. This is for better skin. This is for improved digestion. Water, water, water. We all know we should be drinking more water. But you could say you drink a ton of water without knowing how much water you drink. So that's why I like getting 50-ounce bottles if I ever have to buy a reusable bottle. And I created these 5-8-16 glasses. So I put my nice tea at the 16 ounce. Now when I track my water for the day, because tracking my water always leads to more of a weight loss day than when I don't track my water, I'm able to write 16 ounces of tea and not just tea. And so a lot of people say, oh, does tea count for your water? Well, when I actually know it's 16 ounces, like, yeah. When it's just like a random cup and it's half sugar, no. Does that make sense? And you can get these at alanahausers.com, which is honestly, I'm so excited to share more about it and for all of you to start getting it. Kelly lost 30 pounds with my program. I love you. Okay, same. Is it okay? Oh, so I think Nicole's saying same, like she also gained weight from yesterday. So she's saying, is it okay to have Wonder Whips after dinner to help with the sweet craving after dinner? Or should we only have it as a snack or breakfast? My best recommendation, because a client was saying this yesterday, she's like, oh, and then I had a Wonder Whip after dinner and I didn't lose weight. And I was like, tell me more about this Wonder Whip. And then she went on to tell me, like, it's like a cup of Greek yogurt and it's peanut butter powder. And then she's adding like a tablespoon of chocolate chips. I said, okay, well, now we're entering something that feels more than a snack. Now I kind of want to call this a protein. And if that's the case that you want to have something like that after dinner, can you make your dinner, if you think about the 2B Mindset principles, if you're following my 2B Mindset weight loss program, can you make that your protein at the meal rather than having 2 proteins at the meal? Like if you know you're going to want that for your dessert, why not just focus on, you know, a really delicious stir fry or something like that, and then having the Wonder Whip and calling that dinner, even though it's a sweet protein, it could still be your protein rather than, you know, having that and more. So you have to kind of see, and what I like to say, try, track, and see. Try, track with the program and see if that's working for you. Are you guys able to stay focused? Am I staying focused? Am I getting stuff done? We're doing great. Lisa's saying, is there a good way to get your program but without Shakeology and the Beachbody subscriptions? 1000%. Just get the 2B Mindset kit. just get the 2B Mindset Kit. You need the 2B Mindset Kit. Everyone on here should have the 2B Mindset Kit. That's like my base program that teaches you how to lose weight without exercise, without counting calories. And that just makes your whole life better. It's only $99. You get the whole kit. You get the whole kit and caboodle. It includes amazing recipes. It includes meal plans. It includes videos, grocery store, emotional eating, travel, weddings, parties, what to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, cravings, all that stuff. So that is the base program. You do not need anything else with it. So you might, when you're checking out, because it's hosted on Beachbody's platform, you might be encouraged to get their Shakeology, their protein powder, or some other things, but you don't technically need any of those things. You might like it because they're great. I'm just looking for my contour stick, but you don't necessarily need it. Yes, read Alana's book. It's so helpful. And then I have a weight loss book. If you don't want any sort of digital platform, give your credit card to anything, then just start with my book. You can drop it. It's a weight loss book. It has an audio book. Some people say they like to read the book and reference it and listen to the audio book. It's like $20 on Amazon. It's literally my best advice for how to lose weight. And the book is actually really amazing. It's called You Can Drop It. The book is really amazing for emotional eating and self-sabotage eating. I have recipes in the middle. And so the beginning is like what to eat, how to eat to lose weight, how to read food labels, like why my system makes sense and helps you lose weight. Then the center of my book, You Can Drop It, is all recipes and meal plans. And then the second half of the book is emotional eating, stop self-sabotaging, let yourself lose weight, what to do when you have sweet cravings, what to do when you want to overeat, what to do when you're like tempted to just say, I give up, I don't care, and just eat everything in the world. That's all in the second half of my book. Sometimes I feel like people read the first half of the book, love it, start losing weight right away. Then they get to the recipes. They're so excited. They get it in the kitchen and they're cooking with my book, You Can Drop It, and they forget to read the second half of the book. So when you get my book, You Can Drop It, make sure that you are reading the second half of the book. If you're someone who self-sabotages, always loses weight and gains it all back, you need to read the second half of my book. Or you just have a big appetite, you like to eat a lot of food, all that stuff, your mindset's all over the place. Read that second half of the book. You think that you have to work out in order to lose weight always, read the second half of the book, okay? I love you guys so much. Noor is saying, hi, Alana, I've lost over 40 pounds in 6 months. Mind I ask how to lose more if I haven't lost weight since February? I'm currently 138. I was before 189 pounds. First of all, congratulations. Going from 189 to 138 is not easy. So congratulations. If you want to lose another 5-10 pounds, and that makes sense for your height and your age, and it's still appropriate for you, and it doesn't put you into an underweight zone, you want to do it healthily, I'd say, first of all, congratulations on maintaining your weight. Maintaining your weight is sometimes just as hard, if not harder, than to lose weight. So congratulations. Be really happy that you didn't just lose this weight, but you've been maintaining it since February. That's a huge accomplishment. And then I'd say, in order to lose the next 10 pounds, if you want to lose another 10 pounds or so, I always recommend, if you haven't watched every 2B Mindset video, you have to watch it. If you've watched it before, watch it again. So 2B Mindset is my weight loss program. And I always say every video unlocks the next 5 pounds. So if you started watching it and then you dove right in and you lost 20 pounds and that was great, but you never watched every video, watch every video, because I have amazing tips, even with the travel video. Even if you're not traveling, I just put in tips in the travel video, like how to delay, not deny, and things like that. So I definitely recommend watching each video if you haven't already. If you've already have the program but you haven't read the book, read the book too, get the audio book. The more you apply these principles in your life, the more weight you lose, and the easier it is to keep it off. So honestly, I really recommend kind of diving into a healthy mindset with it, because there's probably little things within your current routine that you just have to up level like 5% in order to do it. Anna Swift is saying, as an RD, shouldn't you be more supportive of establishing healthy relationship with food rather than the incredibly disordered relationships you keep promoting? That's so interesting you say that, Anna, because I don't think that you actually have, your statement clearly shows that you've never read my program, listened to my book, read my book, because the actual beauty of the 2B Mindset weight loss program and my approach with weight loss is you don't actually lose weight. You lose weight and you improve your relationship with food. And there are so many people who've done my nutrition program and actually don't have weight to lose. They just do the program as a means of improving the relationship with food. So I would say that your statement is actually very unsupported and based on what you might see from a quick YouTube video, and isn't really based on understanding the thousands and thousands of people who've improved their relationship with food with my nutrition program and philosophy. So yeah, I would say that. Alicia's saying, just hearing you speak is motivating. I lost 30 pounds postpartum and then gained 10 back. I'm restarting. That's okay. You know, I always say sometimes you have to gain some back in order to kind of understand deeper into what's going to be a more sustainable goal. Sometimes you lose a lot of weight because you're hyper focused, and then some weight comes back on, and you almost like need to gain some to see like where in your initial program were there just unsustainable behaviors. Like one of my clients gained some weight back, and I was like, well, I don't think that the first way you approached weight loss was very sustainable. You didn't have a lot of variety. You were eating the same thing every day. That's not realistic. You weren't hanging out with a lot of friends. You weren't, you know, so you have to weave in your current lifestyle, your stress, your emotions, your sleep into what's going to be more sustainable for you. So I highly recommend, you know, you don't be upset that you gained the weight back, but more so learn from it and be okay with it and go about it slow and steady to see how you can approach it in the future that would be more realistic and sustainable for you. All right, I love you all so much. Yes, my book is available on audiobook as well. My website is alanamolstein.com. And you're all amazing. Thank you for joining. YouTube Live is a thing. We're doing it. We're rocking it. I'm going to finish my makeup so I don't look insane and half done. I love you all so much. And Nicole, thank you for ending on this note with your comment that says, agreed, watching your videos and reading your book has totally helped my relationship with food. I don't even know I was self-sabotaging with food. I love you, Alana. I love you too. I love you all so much.